You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV Saturday Night Live After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's SNL After Show.
What is this song?
What is that?
Hey, Marissa.
I'm just waiting to hear what this.
It's Hunger Games.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen it. Tomorrow. I am seeing Hunger Games tomorrow.
Have you seen it?
I haven't missed anything.
I haven't seen it, no.
Well, anyways, guys, this is Saturday Night Live AFTERBUZZ show with the host Josh Hutcherson. I brought him with us.
Yeah.
You love him, don't you? Look at you.
He's my little thing. And musical guest HAIM. I didn't have anything picture-wise for him, but I drew their faces.
That's good.
HAIM.
Maybe it's our three faces. Nobody
really
can.
well
Maybe you guys grow your hair out. Yeah.
Very well done.
But guys, I am your host. Thank you. I try really hard. You know.
Very well done.
Colored in the lines and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I am your host, Roya Taheri, and returning after a very long 2-week break.
You guys, I'm sorry I missed the Lady Gaga episode.
Danny Hoyt.
I'm so sorry. I am so excited, though, to be back. Today's a great day.
It's Sunday.
For everyone. Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Today's a great day, and I'm excited to be back. Most of the reason I'm excited, though, is because of this guy sitting to my left over here.
Get ready for it.
Nice.
It's Kevin. Wait for it.
Oh, yeah.
Farley.
Hey, welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you for that applause. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we had to hold the whole board back, you know, so.
Please, that crowd outside is just amazing.
I know.
Yeah, guys, I'll be done in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, welcome to our show.
It's my honor to be here. It really is. It seems really I walked in here and I go, wow, this place is really cool.
Right?
Yeah.
You thought it was a trick, though, when you walked up. You're like, they're going to kill me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like from the outside, the curb appeal isn't really as great as I thought.
Maria.
But, you know, when you walk in here, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's trippy.
Good
These
deal.
guys got a good thing going here.
We do. We got a good thing going on. We feel privileged.
No doubt.
Yeah, and free popcorn.
Well, now, free popcorn.
You guys hear me chewing popcorn? I'm sorry.
Free AFTERBUZZ mug. Can I keep the mug?
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's great.
So, SNL, this week's episode.
Yeah.
What overall? I thought it was good. I mean, coming from Lady Gaga's episode. Did you see the Lady Gaga episode? Or
no.
Okay, well, it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
It was listed as being the best episode this season so far. So it's got to be really difficult for Josh to come in and try and top that.
Well,
you know?
did Josh just say yes after Liam Hemsworth and Jennifer Lawrence said no?
Did they?
I don't know. Did he?
I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
why wouldn't? Well, I don't think. They probably went out to both of those. I'm sure Jennifer Lawrence they would like to have host, of course, but she's probably on a whirlwind tour, you know. So, he did a good job. I mean, I don't think he's a comedian, you know, and so it's tough. You know, I'm been a fan of the show for a long time since Chris was on there, and they've always had a situation where if you have a sports guy, sometimes you used to have sports guys come on there, and then also just real straight actors. It's tough to, you know, really work that comedy, you know, because it's tough. It's harder for them, you know.
Josh is a good actor.
Very good actor.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah. He's great in Hunger Games. He's awesome.
He is.
Now, do you know if on SNL the writers approach the host with what their skits are and then the host chooses? Because there was
a great question.
comment mentioned in one of our previous episodes. You missed your mouth when you ate popcorn. But that the writing that they approach the host and they're like, hey, these are what we have. What do you want to do? And
I think that's what, when you get a host, I think most of the writers go on there and they try to you have to include the host on all that stuff. But the host does choose. I think that's when they choose to do the hosting job. They get that in their thing. They get to choose what they want to do.
Okay.
So, like, they can say, this is off limits. We're not doing anything.
Yeah, they can say, like, I'm not going to do that sketch. I don't feel good in that one. But ultimately, Lauren has the ultimate say. But, you know, he wants
God
to
himself.
Yes, he's the god of the whole thing. So, but I mean, you know, if the guy really doesn't want to do it, I think, you know, He's got, you know, but
he's like kicking and screaming the entire sketch.
Yeah.
He's like, no, delivering it just da 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 da.
The host has a lot of say in it.
Yeah, well, it looked like for me, and let me know what you guys think, but for me, from the top, it looked like they were trying to help him. Not that he couldn't handle it, but like even from his opening monologue, I felt like Kate kind of stole it. Like she was a fantastic, what's her name? The crazy lady with the Effie. Thank you. I was gonna say Cinna. She was a great Effie, and I was laughing at her. And Josh was just kind of standing there. I don't know. Did you notice that?
Yeah, she came on, did a really good character. The opening sketch. That's always the hardest one.
Well, I guess I skipped the opening sketch.
The cold open.
The cold open, they call it, That's always the hardest one, I think, you know.
Yeah.
The whole show, you have to remember, is one of the most difficult shows to put on in television. So I've always, whenever I sit down and watch Saturday Night Live, I'm always like, look, I'm going to give these guys a huge break. It takes 1 week to put this thing together, and they're just meeting the host. It's very, very difficult. And so the cold opening, to me, it wasn't. I didn't really laugh at anything. Really, there wasn't anything that jumped out that was super funny.
We're talking about the Pierce Morgan right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the cold open where they shot. You know, they killed Bobby Moynihan.
The
Arrow
Pierce Morgan one.
Right. Oh, we're on to that one. Yeah.
Isn't that?
I always forget about that. The actual like first thing, you know, they come in with Taron Killam doing Pierce Morgan. I forget about that little part. I went straight to this opening monologue.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the open, but at the same time, it was all right. I gave it a B. I mean, it was. Yeah.
I just thought there wasn't anything like super funny in it.
Yeah.
You know,
it could have done something. I feel like there's a lot more interesting things in the news than George Zimmerman or Zimmer. The only thing that I liked about it was
George Zimmer.
Yeah, George Zimmer coming in from the Men's Warehouse and saying,
and I guarantee.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's like, I'm George Zimmer, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I've been doing.
That was a good take. When the guy goes, oh wait, okay, that was what I was doing. Yeah.
Took me a while.
That was pretty funny. That was a good joke. Yeah.
Took me a while to figure out that it was Beck Bennett. I was like, who is that?
I like him. Have you seen him before?
Oh yeah. I think he's doing those AT&T commercials, which I love.
He is.
I think he does better on those than he does on anything else. Those AT&T commercials with the kids are hilarious.
They're a hit. They haven't got sick of them yet.
Huge hit.
Keep coming out with them. I'll keep watching. The little girl, the one that's out right now.
Oh yeah.
With the little girl.
Kindergarten.
Oh yeah. Yes. I saw
Which
that
place
today.
are you in? Kindergarten.
That's adorable.
No, he's really good. I think he's one of the stronger cast members for sure.
Beck, we like you.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're watching.
But that particular set, they always open with something like really political. You know what I mean? And they try to shake and I'm glad. The one thing I do know, I am kind of glad that they, as Saturday Night Live, don't go too political. They usually just do one sketch that's political, which is great to me because there's so many political talk shows. There's Bill Maher, there's Daily Show, there's Colbert. You know, they all do political comedy. And I mean, and SNL does it, but they don't. I'm glad they don't do that because there's too many shows like that anyway. So they usually have one sketch which is pretty political humor. And then they move on, which I'm so glad that they do because otherwise, it's just too many political comedy shows out there.
Agreed.
You know?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a really great point. It's usually the first one, so it's like, we do it, we open with it. If you don't like it, there's a ton more show left.
Yeah, and political comedy, I mean, that's just there's so much there every single week. You know, some congressman does cocaine, or there's so much. Yeah. It's easy to fall into that. Let's just do a political comedy show. But I'm glad that they don't. You know, that's what separates Saturday Night Live. They try something different and cool and different.
Yeah.
You know?
And if it fails, they keep going and they try something else. Like they learn from it in a way, which is great.
Which, speaking of Kevin, that was a great little tease. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
The congressman doing crack and something you tweeted, and we have some thoughts. We'll talk about that. We will get to that, guys.
Yeah. But hey, if you guys want to join in on this conversation, feel free to give us a call at 424-256-1729. Again, 424-256-1729.
I always make her say the number twice.
Yes.
You got it down now.
I've learned it, yeah. And at the end of the show, or near the end, we'll be doing the interview. So if you have questions for Kevin about anything, right?
Tweet us, call us.
Anything. You can ask me anything.
Ask away. You got an open book here.
Yeah.
So we'll get to it.
Cool.
But the opening monologue with Josh, when he said he was 21, I was like, thank God he is old enough to drink, because I felt like a cradle robber looking at him.
Look at you. You got a magazine that you carry around with you?
Well, I was just a prepared host, man. Just saying.
Jeez, that's pretty young for hosting. I mean, he was pretty cool cat for being 21 and hosting Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that's true. He played it very cool.
Yeah.
I will give him that. That's a great point.
Yeah.
He was calm, he was collected, and Like we talked about, he wasn't super funny, but he was a good actor. Like he played his parts very well,
and
he was very relaxed, which is good. You know, I mean, he didn't seem super nervous.
I'd be nervous as heck
for a 21. Oh, at 21, I don't think I could do live television. It'd be
I'd be
crazy.
dropping popcorn everywhere.
It would be nuts.
I was a little bummed that. I mean, I was happy that they did a Hunger Games reference, but I was a little bummed that they did it in the beginning, and that was the only reference that they did. I was hoping for an actual sketch during Hunger Games, like about Hunger Games.
I have to say,
Hi,
buddy.
Yeah.
Can I? You take the headset?
We got Kevin joining us in the.
Get on it.
Get in here. Hey, Kev, how are
Say hi
you?
to this guy.
Good to see you, bud.
It's so amazing to see you. Wow. Sorry, I'm doing Boardwalk Empire.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm glad you came in. It's an honor to be here, man.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I couldn't believe when I said I walked in here and I go, "What is this house?" I don't know. I go, "Am I going to get murdered or what's going on?"
It's a pirate ship.
Exactly. And you come in here and you got all this stuff in here. It's like amazing.
But we never talked about your movie. Are you promoting your film?
Yeah, it's on Amazon right now. You can go. Maria's in it.
Yep. Paranormal movie.
And we'll talk off camera about it. But like, by the way, like the greatest American hero.
Yeah.
Like
he's in it.
He's not only in it. He's unbelievable. Right?
He's hilarious.
Hilarious. What was he like to work with?
Just hilarious. Great actor. Very funny guy.
Is Bill? What's the name?
Oh God.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm an idiot. No, it's Bill. Yeah.
It's one of those things. Listen, Marissa, will you find out? Look up Greatest American Hero.
The Greatest American Hero.
Because you know what? Like I like just seeing the movie and laughing so much because I'm a huge fan of you and your brother.
Yeah.
But he as the whatever, maybe he was the antagonist in the film. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was hilarious. I mean, he went for it.
He went all in. All in. I mean, he really went into the part. And at the end of the movie, you're just like, oh my God, that guy is great.
No, I don't want to give away, but like his last moment on camera, it was like, oh my God, he threw it all away and said, F it, I'm here to have fun.
I feel so left out. I need to go see this.
Okay,
now.
No, you do.
It's a good movie.
The title of the film. What's the title?
It's Paranormal Movie.
It's
a spoof on Paranormal Activity, and I did it with my brother and myself. I directed it and starred in it and had all my friends in it. It's just fun. We had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. It's on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
It was, and Maria Menounos is it as well. She's friends with Kev, and she.
That was the best. I love that scene, by the way, with her in it. The whole three-way scene.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
Seriously, it was one. She's done Tropic Thunder. I mean, she's done some high-end comedies, and she said the most fun she ever had was doing that.
Really,
so much fun.
We were like fake possessed.
Yeah.
Well, both you. I mean, I always say like I think the biggest undiscovered talents. You know, you and your brother. I'm a huge fan of both you guys.
That's
so
nice.
Funny.
That's nice.
And like I said, blown away by the Greatest American Hero. No, I want to work with him now because of that.
Well, you know what? In all truth, he's a very good actor.
Really?
Very good actor.
Yeah.
Very good
and
actor.
You can see it.
Yes. He can do comedy. He can do anything. He's an awesome actor.
No, because he showed range. I mean, I know it's a spoof, but he showed range in your movie.
Yep.
From where he went to where he ended up.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's an excellent actor. I mean, he's one of the best actors I've ever worked with. Honestly, he's really good.
I always love when I see guys over 40. Going for it and acting completely. It takes me back to Pythons because all those guys are Pythons. You know, it's the granddaddy of the the new generation, I think, of comedy.
Yeah.
And those guys were, Cleese and them are all older, acting completely retarded, totally throwing it all away and saying F it. But when I see, I see you guys and especially him, however, he's got to be in his 50s.
Well, it's the only thing to stay young if you don't do that. I mean, my God, that's the thing. I keep saying it's like I get older, but I'm like, I'll still do anything. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, you got to stay young at heart.
You got to stay young.
You have to.
It keeps you young, And I would continue to do those comedies just because it keeps me young.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
You bet,
I love it. I feel like we need the applause again.
You bet.
Yeah, you so need the applause.
So need the applause right now. There it is. Thank you.
By the way, I even loved you in the movie you made with the God, what was it was another parody movie, but it was with Kelsey Grammer.
Well, that was American Carol.
I really liked that.
Yeah, that was a political movie. It was pretty politically charged, I guess.
It was, but on the right side.
It was on the right side,
rather than the left, which you rarely see.
Which is why it tanked.
Exactly, which is why it tanked. But you know what? I enjoyed it, and the moment between when it was Kelsey played Washington.
Kelsey played,
and you were playing this. I'm guessing a Michael Morris spoof.
Yeah.
And you know, when he showed you, you know, the kind of the meaning of it all, I don't know, it kind of touched me.
It was, you know, David Zucker. I got a chance to work with Zucker, who's the best, you know.
Yeah.
He's the best at spoofs.
Right.
And so I got a chance to work with him.
And the courage for those guys to make that kind of movie in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
It's not very, guys, you guys are younger, it's not very popular to make anything on the right side.
No.
They call it the Hollywood left for a reason.
That's right. Yeah, you don't want to step
There's no
out
Hollywood
there.
right.
No. It's Hollywood death is what it is.
All right, our fans are going to get so pissed because we're not talking about SNL, but Kev, thanks for coming in, and we love
Kev,
you.
thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Thanks for coming by.
Good job. Going down and do Boardwalk Empire.
Good luck. Hey, season finale. Good luck.
Yes.
All right.
That's great.
Well, that was fun.
That was nice.
Yeah,
That was nice.
A nice little interruption there. That was nice.
No, it's good. That's a good interruption.
It was like a little interview that we had, you know.
Straight into the girlfriend's talk show.
I was gonna say though, I loved Cecily Strong as playing as the volunteer. I volunteer in the monologue. I know we're going really long with the monologue part, but I love the Hunger Games part. I'm a Hunger Game fan. I'm gonna see it tomorrow, so I'm just excited. But
You're a Hunger Games fan yet? You haven't seen it yet. I'm just saying.
I was
saw
sick.
It.
Okay,
I
was
it.
sick.
I went to the premiere.
Whatever. Anyways, girlfriend talk show.
I saw
Kevin
it a week
slapping for
earlier.
me. Hey, you.
What? All right, Marissa, showing off back there. Put the camera
saw
on.
it.
I'm singing it again tonight. What?
What?
You can see it twice?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
How dare you? Don't ruin
Okay,
it for
so
me.
you
Just
really
kidding.
like Hunger Games. We get it. Josh
Yeah.
Hutcherson.
It's a movie. I mean, it's a book, right? I'm just kidding.
That was funny.
That was
I
a
liked
great
that
line.
part.
Yeah,
That
he's
was
like,
a
it's a
good
book.
You liked that opener there?
I thought it was cute, considering I didn't know how they were going to go with it. Yeah, I use the word cute a lot when I describe things. It's my way of saying I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It's cute.
Yeah.
That's my term.
It was cute. It was cute.
Yeah.
It's a shoulder shrugger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It looks good. It worked out. Girlfriend talk show. Now, this is a recurring character.
Now, this was a vehicle for... Who's the girl, the shy girl on the...
Adie Bryant?
Yeah. It was pretty much a vehicle for her in the sketch, which is great. She carried the whole thing. But Cecily was the other girl. Yeah. That was a really strong character, too. I thought both of them were very strong characters.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was really good. I thought that was a really good sketch. I thought that was fun.
I like this kind of sketch. Before, I know a lot of people bash it, like girlfriend talk, oh, it's really lame. But I liked how this time they actually gave Adie Bryant her character to be a stronger character versus the one that gets walked on all the time. You know, she didn't get the boy in the end, but she kind of got some hope for him. You know, the cool kid.
I kind of wanted her to go a little further with it all. You know, I'm always the one that, like, if you're gonna do a character like that and go darker or go make her darker, make her do something.
Like how?
Get off the couch and go over there and sit next to him and make him. I just wanted to push the envelope on that sketch with her doing something to him in the way that, like, I watched it and I go, okay, it's all great. She's just commenting how she's the guy that never gets a girl and she's nervous and all that stuff. But I wanted her to get off the couch and do something. You know what I mean? I sort of wanted to push it a little further that way. You know what I mean? Where push her character a little farther, where she gets a little darker. Like Molly Shannon years ago used to play those characters that were really flawed, and they would do something really out crazy. You know what I mean? They wouldn't just comment that. They would just get up off and do some physical comedy, basically, like get on his lap or do something crazy,
like lunge at him or do something. I'm waiting for her character to do that. I'm hoping that they do because, like you said, it's kind of you wanted more.
She's evolving though. I mean, she did have her. She was the only guest they brought on Weekend Update too, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But she was the only person who was on. You know, I think they're evolving her a little bit.
I think she's going to be a star. I think she's one of the stars. Yeah,
I love Adie Bryant. I've said it from the beginning. I loved her and Cecily. Like, I think they're great.
I mean, in the show, the ones that get the most play are her, and then Cecily Strong, and then but Bobby Moynihan gets a lot of play.
And then Taryn got to actually do the introduction tonight, live from New York at Saturday Night, which was.
But there's a lot of cast members.
Yeah,
there's a ton.
I mean, there's a ton of people.
Well,
I don't know how they could do all that.
Features officially cast members.
They're features, I guess.
Six features.
They're supposed to be. They're part of the show. I mean, they're introduced in the beginning. So, I mean, they're features, which probably means like you better be funny or you're going to get fired right away.
Or you're out.
You're out right away.
One chance.
But I mean, I think there's like 12 or I don't know how many. But I mean, the stars to me are those ones that we just mentioned.
Yeah, agreed.
They've definitely evolved in becoming more the face of the show.
The show, yeah.
Kira to the max. What did she say? She goes, "I'm Kira to the max," and what did she say? "I'm being the best Morgan I can be," or something.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's funny. That was a good line.
The most Morgan.
I'm being the most Morgan I can be.
I laughed off the top with that. That was funny. And the part where she talked about, I wrote this down, allergic to bees. She's like, "I'm always reaching, but I'm always reaching."
Oh yeah, the Fave 5, 911. Why is 911 on your Fave 5? Because bees.
But I'm always reaching for them.
The bee joke was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. That was good.
That was good.
It was. I like the sketch. I mean,
I thought it was good. I'll give it. Yeah, it was. I just wish they pushed it a little bit more. But I liked the sketch. I thought it was really fun. Both those girls did strong characters for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome. Next sketch.
Mr. Patterson, the adult baby.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yes, I don't know why. I love
very good physical comedy.
Yeah.
You know.
It reminded me of Mr. Peepers, Chris Kattan's Mr. Peepers. You know, the physical.
That's a good parallel.
I have a feeling it'll probably come back because of the. You could put that guy into so many situations. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really funny. The food thing, it just for me. This is just my only thing, the spaghetti. If I was in the sketch, I'd be like, come on, I don't want to do the spaghetti on my face.
You could kind of tell that they didn't like the spaghetti. Like,
no, because you know what? Then you got to go back and clean it all off before the next sketch. It's just food. I mean, what does it buy you? Is it funny, you know, where you get cake in the face or spaghetti all over you? You just got to clean it up. And my only question is, buy you that much of a joke? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For the cleanup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is fine. But, I mean, if I was going to say it, I don't think it buys you that much for the amount of cleanup and the amount of pain in the ass that it is.
Do you think that was written into the sketch, the throwing at Josh? Because he was kind of taken back from, unless he just kind of forgot that he was going to be thrown. No, you think it was actually...
but sometimes they probably just have fun.
Yeah.
They're probably doing that.
Because the way he went back made me laugh. Just his reaction, not the food throwing, but his like WTF. You know?
I was trying to think about for Beck to act like that physically, but mentally act normal. Yeah. I feel like that would be kind of hard to do. Like he did a good job of it because I would laugh, or I would probably accidentally talk in baby. You know what I mean? Or like,
well, they never broke, which is good. I like that when they don't break. And one of the funniest jokes in that. Was when he goes, "What do you want me to kiss it? Make it better?" What are you talking about?
I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown man. What are you talking about? That I thought was very funny. Yeah,
and then the whole picture when they're trying to take a picture, and he's just like looking around. He's like, over here. Oh, I see it. I see it.
It was a very funny sketch. It was very funny.
Yeah.
You know, I also want to put that guy in different situations too.
Yeah, I hope they do. I really hope they do. That's funny.
I'm sure they'll bring that back because that was pretty strong. And the guy who did that, what's his name?
Beck Bennett.
Did a great job. Yeah, did a great job.
And he just jumped up on Taryn like it was nothing. You know?
Taryn must be very strong. Taryn stood there like it was he didn't change his breathing. Like he stood there like a oak, just holding this dude.
It made me think like he had a harness or something.
But
I don't think so. I think they did that. Yeah, he's a strong guy.
He's got some ham hocks for legs, I guess.
Well, that was good. So I'll give it a good. That was a good sketch. Yeah.
I've been giving a lot of B's for so far.
Yeah, I would give that a B plus.
It's not bad. Yeah.
I might even be in the A- because I really liked it.
Because I think it'll come back. Yeah.
I hope so, because this entire season I've been waiting for them to create characters that they can have reoccurring episodes of. Obviously, Girlfriend Talk Show is a show that they can keep bringing on random times, you know, and you know who it is. This one, Mr. Patterson, could be that face where you see him and you're like, oh, it's going to be this kind of sketch. Like Mr. Peepers, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I love that, Mr. Peepers.
Mr. Peepers was crazy.
It was great. Anyways, the next one. The Matchbox 3 Subway Dancers.
Yeah.
Interesting. It fell a little short for me.
Yeah, me too. Yep. I just think it's one of those things where it's a good, they probably came up with it. Probably a difficult thing to shoot. But it needed something else. It just needed. All they really did was just do different variations of the things that they do on the subway, which is, small little gestures.
If you've been to New York, it's funnier. Like if you've been on the subway and seen that, it's funnier. Right. If you haven't, are you alienated a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. They don't know what the rest of the country doesn't ride subways,
Yeah.
I've been on a subway, but I've never seen dancers.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen several things like it.
It was a very inside New York thing.
Yeah.
But I liked how they're like, enjoyed the show. Just be dancing. Now I'm going to do dance moves with my face and do dance moves with their face. I mean, it was like you said. There's something lacking.
I think what it was lacking was, I think that they needed a confrontation with somebody on the subway.
Yeah.
For me, if I was directing that thing, I would probably say, could we do something where we get a cast member that's on the subway and you guys, interfere with her or there in some way, do some kind of physical comedy again there. I wanted them to interact a little bit with the people on the subway. Yeah. That could have been another joke there,
Well, it's interesting you say that. My thought was when they said, if you see a short white dude, can you pick him up and pass him over your head?
Yeah.
I wanted them to do that. And like maybe he falls on somebody's head or something like that.
Yeah.
To your point.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him get like passed across the top of the subway or a little peanut.
Yeah, do something with the people in the subway.
Because they were kind of teasing about that he's short. I feel like that happened 2 or 3 times in the episode. Like he knows he's short. It's kind of one thing on Josh. Like he's very short.
Is he? Yeah, he's only like what 5?
5'2", 5'3".
Wow,
that's okay.
Tiny. Yeah,
that's fine. Just kidding.
Roya.
But I mean, I thought John Milsner. That's his name, right? John
Milheiser.
Milheiser. I love his dance. The when they replace Little Peanut with the other white boy. I think he's such a great little dancer. He just has his moves.
Has he danced before?
Yeah, he was on Lady Gaga and he was dancing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. But it's just I want to see him dancing more. But that was a sad thing with that. Out of that sketch, that's what I saw. Yeah, I wanted him to dance more, even though it was the end of the sketch.
yeah. And so dancing is funny. I mean, but I think it's just one note. So you've got to have some other thing. I just think it's a lot of times with these sketches and SNL, a lot of criticisms, they're one note things. And I just think that if you explore it a little bit more, you interact with somebody on the thing, there might be some jokes that you're missing there. Rather than, this is the general criticism I think of Saturday Night Live is they hammer one joke. And then they hammer it and hammer it and hammer it and hammer it, but they don't explore it and expand it. And I think sometimes people are going, well, you could go somewhere else with that joke, or you could go, expand the joke a little bit more. But they just don't. I don't know why they don't do that. I just think sometimes people go, yeah, it's the same thing over and over again, but different little variations of it, different dances or something like that. You know what I mean? Like different, I do this with my arm, and then I do this and this. So they're exploring that way, but I think people want them to do more with the joke.
Get deeper.
Get deeper
dive
with it.
Right.
Dive in a little bit more.
Dive in.
Hashtag dive in. Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. You brought up 3 or 4 things tonight that I appreciate that. This is good. I'm enlightened.
Yeah.
Right now.
So the next thing was HAIM's performance.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
Never heard of HAIM?
HAIM?
No,
3 girls? 4 girls, right?
3? I think
was there
3.
a girl drummer?
3.
No, that was a boy.
Or was a boy drummer?
That was a boy, yeah.
But 3 girls?
Yeah. They were interesting. I thought they were, the bass player had her stank face down.
She was
the bass player.
Kind of like doing a lot of faces.
Interesting. But I mean, it made me look at their music on iTunes, and I kind of dig it.
I like it because it was straightforward music. I mean, we were talking about Lady Gaga and all that. And I like 3 girls playing instruments and living and breathing by the song and the melody, and whether or not it's a good song or not. They weren't putting on any extra like firecrackers or coming out in a meat outfit.
They actually used talent to put on the show.
Exactly. That's why I like those girls. I like those girls. They're just going to live and breathe by how good their song are.
Oh, I thought you did something with your laptop.
I had it queued and ready, yeah.
Oh, it's from your laptop, huh?
Yes. Sorry, Marissa. I didn't even tell you about this. Like, it's kind of jammy.
No, it is, yeah.
It's really good.
I was looking online. They're actually from San Fernando Valley.
The San Fernando Valley?
Are they really?
Yeah.
Really?
They're L.A. raised.
No kidding.
Yeah, San Fernando.
And now you like them. And now you made them a sign.
Well, I did make them a sign.
LA is good for something.
It is.
Not drawing, because I really can't do that.
That is a very good drawing.
Thank you. I'm
proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I enjoyed the first song, but I was just I was ready for Weekend Update.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about Weekend Update while it was going on, because that's my favorite part of.
So then let's get to it. Weekend Update.
Weekend Update. With Seth Meyers.
And Cecily Strong.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she's there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of her?
I think she's great for the segment because for a while, wasn't Seth just doing it by himself? Yeah, no, I think it's great when there's another girl that can help out. Yeah, it's always better.
Do you think she's strong enough to carry it when Seth leaves?
Well, she'll get better. I mean, how many times has she done it?
Seth?
What episode is this?
Not that many. And that's something that you grow into and you get better at. I mean, I'm sure at first I've seen people that do that, through the years, and they're weak, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, wait, this guy's really in his groove now, and now he gets it. And I think that'll probably happen with her. She'll get used to it and get really good at it.
She's getting her timing down. That's for sure. She's getting better. Yeah. And the little self-deprecation looks like Seth's got it down. When he says a joke that fails, and he kind of makes us smile like, God, I know that was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. It makes him more likable, and I feel like she's getting that a little bit. Like she
can have a little fun with the whole weekend update thing. Yeah.
I just wonder who they're going to put. If they're going to put anybody, and if they do, who they put in Seth's seat when he leaves.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
If it was a current cast member, who would you pick?
Probably Beck or the guy with the AT&T.
I would enjoy that.
Actually,
for sure.
For sure. Pairing.
Well, he's so good in that AT&T. He's got the great delivery in that AT&T. He's like, that straight deadpan delivery. He could do that as a newsman very well. He would be very, very good in the news desk.
I never thought about Beck as being the replacement. I was hoping it would be Kate McKinnon, because we haven't seen her that much. We saw her a little bit in the opening.
Girl power style?
Yeah, I mean, she just, the way her energy, she gets really into it, but Beck Bennett might actually be a better choice, because Kate plays a lot of different kind of roles, like the correspondents that come on.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be better to keep her as one of those kind of people.
She's really strong with characters and stuff. So
yeah.
The problem, I think, when you get that is, I think the weekend update, you can't do many sketches because you're preparing the weekend update all week.
Yeah.
So you're not really in any sketches. And Beck's a pretty strong sketch guy, So it's a weird thing. It's like the people that aren't really strong at sketch but good at joke telling, like good stand-ups, usually get the weekend update thing. Like Norm Macdonald was, and Nealon was, and those guys were stand-ups, But if you're a good sketch person, you don't want to take a good sketch person out and put them in the weekend. It's going to be a tough thing to see, because you're taking away a good sketch person. You need that.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see what happens. It's
gonna be, there's more
Speaking
to
of stand-up, that was a little tease. We're going to talk about some stand-up you're doing.
You bet.
At the end of the show. The worst lady on an airplane.
She was
Very
interesting.
funny.
Have you guys encountered somebody like this?
Yeah, I liked that.
Everybody has, I feel like. I loved it.
I love that she brought the Panda Express just to bring broccoli to cover up the smell of her farts.
Yes. And Seth was like laughing the whole time. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
His mic was on. He's like giggling.
He's really good at coming on when you come on a segment and making it work and setting up the jokes for the person. So he's going to be really good on his talk show because of that. Because if you come on and you're doing a bit, like he supported that bit pretty well, and I thought it was very funny. I thought it was a great bit.
He kind of gives you a little laugh.
Yeah, he'll throw you a little softball there.
Yeah, that's
my favorite out of her rules. Number 5 was show them who's boss. You keep the cell phone off, you talk on it, and then when the stewardess come by, it's been off this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a great one.
I like number 4 though when she said, "Bring your own entertainment." I pull out my 28-inch Dell laptop. And she goes, "There's no better sound than unexplained adult laughter."
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. I like that.
That happens to me. I take a lot of red eyes. I've taken maybe 6 this month. I kind of like them, but I don't like
the people.
I don't mind people, but when people laugh out loud, you know what I mean? And I'm guilty of it. I've done it a million times, but you don't realize until like you're sitting there trying to sleep and somebody just like chuckles and it's 2:30 in the morning. Like, really?
You're waking everybody
What are you
up,
doing right now? So yeah, that one really hit home for me. Unexplained adult laughter. She's like, I can't help it if make Monsters University less hilarious. I love Monsters University.
That was kind of a rip on Monsters University, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, was it a rip or was it a?
I don't know.
I guess it could be. I don't know.
I never saw it.
I never saw it. But
It's a great movie.
Is it?
Yes, it was funny. It had like adult humor built into it. Watch it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was good.
Interesting.
Anyways, and the hot tuna and egg sandwich, which she goes, which I have. By the way. I liked it.
That was good.
I enjoyed 80. Well done, 80, bro.
Yeah, that was good. Another strong performer.
But only one guest. She was the only one.
Yeah. So I felt like the update was more about news puns versus having correspondents hop on.
Yeah, there wasn't too many of those. She was the only one,
Yeah. Well, moving on to the next sketch was the 80s.
Oh, I liked it.
I thought it was really creative.
Really funny.
And Josh hit the points, except for he did look like he forgot the lyrics halfway through one part when he was singing it or lip syncing it, and he just kind of was moving his mouth and.
Well, here's where I wanted him to have a little more fun with it. You know, I mean, I think it was good. He was good. But it's like the difference between a comedian and, you know, I wanted him to really just kind of ham that whole thing up. Like, change characters once the song came on, you know what I mean? Do something different where you're the same person, and then when the song comes on, you do something different. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been a good choice, you know, for me. Yeah.
I love that song, though.
It was a great song. Josie's on a vacation.
I definitely had that in my head afterwards.
But I think it was one of the strongest sketches. Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, but it was, and I loved how they had HAIM come on too. I've been saying for the last few episodes, I don't understand why they don't have their musical performers
I do appreciate
on
that.
the show during the sketches and some.
And they love to do it.
Yeah, and they were having a kick. Those girls were enjoying it. You know? Even though they weren't born for that time frame, but that's okay. You know, it's good.
But you could tell
creative,
they were having fun on that. Yeah,
exactly. And I just love that. I thought it was a great. I gave it a B. I mean, I know it's not a great grade for what
bees.
I
think
B plus. B plus.
It was one of those things that it's very simple premise.
Yeah.
You know, you get one song and you just you know, but it worked. I think it worked. It was very funny. It made me laugh.
Yeah, and I like how they broke down the lyrics too. It's like, I just want to love you under the covers.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, whoa, hold on. So you don't want to tell anybody?
Yeah.
And then when she says, I don't do anything with the mouth, and he changes to a different song.
He changes to Jessie Girl.
Yeah, Jesse's Girl,
I wish that I had Jessie's Girl.
So then
very funny.
The next sketch, I wasn't a big fan of the Best
Buy skit?
These characters, I'm glad that they're having reoccurring characters. Dana and Neff, that's his name, Neff.
That was a little rip on people that work at Best Buy.
It was a little rip on
This is the second time they've ripped on Best Buy, though. Last week, they had a Blockbuster, when Blockbuster was shutting down.
Just go work at Best Buy. It's the same color shirts.
It was kind of a little pun at them, so it's interesting.
I guess somebody over there doesn't like Best Buy.
Yeah.
They had a bad experience.
They must have worked there and really had a bad experience. And like, when I get on Saturday Night Live, I'm going to rip them a new one.
Just you wait.
My God. I wish that they... in that sketch, I wanted Bobby Moynihan and Cecily, right?
Yeah.
I wanted them to... it was kind of like when you get angry. Like, my brother Chris used to play angry very well. Because he would get really angry and go like, oh my God, this guy's going to fucking kill somebody. You know what I mean? I wanted them... I thought they were great, but I wanted them to go even more angry. Like, wanted them to be like, why are they so fucking mad?
Calm down.
Can we swear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But like, I was like, you know, why are they... I wanted them to make a choice where they're like really crazily angry, like gonna go postal. You know what I mean? Like, they were angry and they were giving everybody shit.
Like darker.
Yeah, but really, I wanted, for some reason, I wanted them to go very, very dark. And then you're like, sit there and go, why aren't they getting fired?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should be getting fired, you know, but... It was, so that's the only choice I wanted. I wanted them, they went far, but I wanted them to go darker and scarier and like make you go, these people should be fired. My God, they're dangerous.
It did seem like the writing of it seemed like they were trying to push the envelope, but they didn't really know how far they could push it. So maybe they were kind of playing it safe to see the reaction, and then they can go further with it. Maybe I've been getting that this whole season.
Or where they were going with it. Like, I couldn't tell if they were just trying to make a situational, you know, the situational comedy, or if they were trying to push something.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure where it was going to go. Like, even until the end, I wasn't quite sure what they were going to do with it. You know what I mean?
And it's weird. I think they're conscious of Best Buy when you bring a huge company like that involved with it. You know, then you're going to get letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to get letters from people, you know, from Best Buy or something like that. But maybe so that's why they didn't want to go all the way. You should have had a fictional company. And that way you could go farther with a character. You know?
That's true. Yeah, you could go way out of left field.
You could go way out of left field if you're just a fictional, you know. But I'm sure in the back of everybody's mind is like, are we going to get letters from Best Buy? I don't know.
Also, was his name Andrew or Mandrew?
Mandrew.
It was Mandrew. Okay.
But Josh called him Andrew during the sketch when he was like, "Where's Andrew?" and it was supposed to be Mandrew because he was right behind him. He's like, he's right behind me.
Okay, I didn't know that was a joke. They called him Mandrew. Yeah,
it's on his name tag, Mandrew. Okay, so it was supposed to be Mandrew. Yeah.
And Baby Jessica.
Yeah,
I like Baby Jessica. I did giggle.
So the next sketch was the dancing with the Walkman 80s theme seems to be the thing.
Dancing too seemed to be a lot of dancing in this episode.
On the heels of Lady Gaga too. Yeah. Nonetheless, this was one of my favorites.
I think this was the strongest sketch of the whole night.
Yes, I loved it so much. And nightclubs where we have DJs.
Yeah.
I just loved it. I don't know.
Well, I think it was the most clever sketch.
Yeah.
And I think those two guys are going to be stars, like Kyle Mooney and Beck.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be in the future going to carry the show because to me that was the most clever sketch. That was like that's what I was talking about when you go deeper into it.
Yeah.
You know, he starts off with the dance and then the whole sketch to me progressed. Because he catches him dancing, and then you just see it progress into this '80s thing, and then but it definitely had an arc to it.
It had a trajectory, yeah.
It had a trajectory to it, and not that they should all be like that, because it's hard, but that's what I want when I say explore a little bit more. You know, try to go through a little bit, let the joke go somewhere.
Yeah,
and that's why I thought that was the strongest sketch of the night because it went somewhere.
Well, have you seen any of their other shorts this season that they've done?
No.
They had one. If you get a chance, go watch it. They did like an ice cream shop sketch, and these two pair together. They've got this might be their 5th one this season. They kind of have this little bromance thing where they do these little. I mean, they work together on the internet.
They were in a group together, I think.
They did like some good neighbor stuff and things like that online. But they have some of these deep sketches, but they have this ice cream one which Roya hated.
No, I didn't hate it.
I didn't like it.
That was whoever was sitting next to me.
Yeah,
I'll tweet you a link to it. It's fantastic, and these guys, they really do. I agree with you. They might carry the future of.
They've got good chemistry, those two. Yeah, for sure.
So then I'm gonna skip over Haim's second performance. It was good. Needed more cowbell, but it was good.
That was good.
The animal hospital.
The veterinarians.
One where, everyone. It was interesting. Even though, when you guys were watching it, did you have that error where it was still it looped back to the episode again or that sketch, and then the audio was at the end?
Yeah. Okay. A little glitch in the whole thing.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't even see the very last few minutes when they're like, oh, let's just go drink. I got vodka and da-da-da.
It
just went right back to the very beginning.
Because after that sketch was the bug guy, that bug interview.
Yeah.
But
it was like they really edited wrong or something.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
You know what? I had to watch it online because I was busy last night. I had to watch it online, and they must have fixed it by then because I didn't have that problem.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they had a really bad editing problem with that sketch on television, and it was like maybe, I would say 15 seconds of the other sketch while the audio from the other sketch was running.
Yep, someone fell asleep.
It's live TV, though.
Oh, yep, there's an orange sticker dead.
Yeah.
I like that.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was great. It's just that I thought that there's so many people that love animals that you can't really. Like at the end of the sketch, the animals were all alive, because they knew damn well. If you have,
you'd be getting letters.
You'd be getting letters from everything.
Animal rights,
Well, animal rights people for sure.
When they threw the rabbit away, they're like, she's either on top or below,
or directly below a dead turtle. I thought this was my favorite sketch for Josh. Josh stayed in his character really well. This is my favorite sketch for Josh.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't. I don't see the reason. This is nitpicking, but. They had a southern accent,
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And yet no one else that was in the hospital had one.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay.
Yeah. And it didn't make any sense to me to have everybody be a southern accent. It just didn't make sense.
Maybe he just really
it sounds
wanted to
nicer
play. Well, he's from Kentucky, so maybe
that wasn't Kentucky.
I don't know. I'm just trying to
It sounds nicer when you say things with a southern accent, like, God, that baby is terribly ugly. But it still sounds. My mom does that sometimes.
And I thought it was really funny though that I just think it was a clever sketch that they didn't know whether or not the animal's alive or dead.
They're just breeding whatever they wanted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says here he's dead.
Yeah.
I don't mean to keep rushing, but I really want to get to our interview part. We're short on time. Where bugs are going. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I wanted the bugs to talk a little bit more.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah. I didn't like the spider part. I really wanted it grossed me out a little bit. It freaked me out.
And Josh's name was Lance Sam Bass, which I laughed at. That was funny.
And then here's the next sketch, the Thanksgiving, which you would think that this whole episode is a Thanksgiving episode.
Sure.
And yet the very last one,
sketch.
It's kind of like the Halloween episode where they saved it near the end to do a Halloween thing.
Except Halloween was better because I thought this was weird.
Yeah, it was super weird.
Super weird. Yeah, I didn't think it really had a great joke to it. Yeah, there wasn't a real, knee slapper joke there.
The mostly breast meat was my favorite. Mostly breast meat. Hotty toddy when Bobby Moynihan said that.
Yeah.
That was probably the only thing I chuckled at.
Or maybe if they cut into the real turkey, if the turkey went,
yeah, like if they talked or something, that'd be good. Or
they
she
just
felt it.
Yeah.
She felt it,
And the ending was strange. And
the actual turkey walking, it was weird, yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. It was, anyways.
Was it live, though? Because they cut to the ending within 10 seconds, and Josh was in a completely different outfit.
Oh, really?
So I wasn't sure if it was live.
Well, it went to commercial.
No, I watched online again. Okay, well, it went straight into it online.
Internet does magical things.
Edited was on their game then.
Well, let's move on to Kevin Farley.
Right. Overall, the show. What do you give the show overall?
I gave it a B.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, I thought because they just came from such a great episode with Gaga.
Yeah.
For having Josh, I thought he did well for what he was given, and I gave it a B.
I mean, I'm gonna go to C+.
Yeah, I give it C+.
Really?
C+, yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Josh, maybe Josh helps just a little bit.
We're tough teachers.
Team C+ already.
Team tough teachers.
Yeah.
Team tough teachers.
So, where was I going to go from this? Sorry. Kevin,
I don't know.
I do have some people that tweeted me some questions for you.
Okay.
One, I'm going to do really quick. Together reunion.
Oh, yeah. Together was the boy band that I was in 2001 on MTV.
Yeah. Greatest thing. The 13-year-old in me right now is trying to hold back from screaming, like singing the song.
We had the whole thing. I know my calculus. It says U plus me equals us.
You plus me.
We tried to.
Me equals sign.
It's hard to get the guys together because everybody lives in different parts of the country. And if we do one song, if somebody wants to write us a song, and that'd be great, But I mean, it's just hard because Evan's busy in Nashville, and Alex is working a lot on different shows. He's working out as an actor. Noah's in Salt Lake City, and he's tough. It's just hard to coordinate everything.
Correct, yeah.
Boy bands are a lot of work.
I mean, right now is the time to go, though, because everyone wants an NSYNC reunion, and they're not going to get it because, come on, let's face it, Justin
doesn't want to do it.
Can do a little spoof. Well,
they could get the next best thing.
Yeah, together.
You could.
Here, I'll write you something. I'll email it to you.
Yeah.
And,
tell the people, write us a song, and then maybe we can do it.
Maybe we can get it right here in this AFTERBUZZ studio.
Right.
And then my next question was, what was it? Oh, I'm not going to go with that question. Anyways, so you've done animation and live acting.
Sure.
What's your favorite to do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, live acting. Yeah. I like it. That's just, to me, I like comedy, live acting. Yeah. I like to do that.
Like the interaction with the people?
Yeah, that's when I'm having the most fun.
Oh, cool.
Speaking of comedy, you're going to be in Phoenix Tuesday. Yes.
I'm going to be in Phoenix. I'm doing stand-up, the Tempe Improv this weekend with Dave Spade. I open up for Dave.
Nice.
I call him Dave, too.
Yeah, David Spade and Bobby Miyamoto. And we'll be doing the Late Show at the Tempe Improv.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm excited. I love it. I love doing stand-up now. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
So I've been doing it for a couple of years.
Will you hit on, do you make your jokes political at all? Do you do any political jokes?
Not really.
I've never seen your
I try to stay away from politics because I just think it's not my thing. Some people are better at it than me, and I just really stay away from it. I try to, I'm not good at it.
The reason I ask is because of what you tweeted about Rob Ford.
Yeah. Well, that was more like just because I saw Rob Ford and I go, man, my brother would have crushed that role. And that's not taking away from anything from Bobby Moynihan. He did a great job on that.
Yeah, he did.
But I was just saying, no, man, he would have, if Chris was alive, he would have nailed that.
Yeah.
He would have nailed that part. And my tweet got 12,000 retweets. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy mackerel.
Minimum that many people, you know what I mean, agree with you.
Oh, my God. But then they somebody mashed together on the internet a thing, and I thought that was all right. You know, the mashed together movie thing was okay. I thought it was all right. But I just think that people have to remember Chris is a good actor, great actor.
Definitely.
And the party thing, yeah, he partied a little bit, but we all know that. But I mean, that didn't take away from his acting, you know.
Right.
He was a really good actor, and he would have nailed that. He would have nailed that sketch.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah, he would have nailed it.
Someday we can watch a reel of that in heaven.
I know exactly.
And then you also have, obviously, the conversation with Keven Undergaro and yourself wasn't clear enough. There's a paranormal movie out.
That's right, but Maria's in it. Yep.
Yeah, and actually, it's on sale on Amazon.
It's on sale on Amazon. You bet. You can go get it.
Yeah, and you can rent it. I rented it. It's actually pretty funny. I mean, I didn't expect it not to be. That sounded
Thanks
really...
a lot. You know, surprisingly...
Is it your first film that you directed, or...?
No, I directed another one that's out there called Hollywood and Wine.
Okay.
But this was my second directorial debut, or whatever it is. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We did it in like a couple weeks, and it was just a real fun, you know, project. I got all my friends involved. My brother's in it.
Yeah, it was. You guys together. I don't want to ruin it for people because it's actually pretty. I love it. In the very beginning, when you start the movie, it starts off. We paid $50 for all this footage, and we stand to make millions. Fuck yeah! I thought that was great. Just a little word, but yeah. So check it out, guys. Check it out.
For you.
Yeah.
What's a dream situation for you as far as, you know, a dream gig, job, TV show? You know, if you could have like the perfect just situation roll down your path right into you, what would it be?
AFTERBUZZ.
AFTERBUZZ. Yeah. I don't know, for TV, I don't know. I love TV, but I'd love to just do a really good sitcom. To me, that's just the best. It's either the two things or else. I really love I've always loved movies, and I love making movies. So either one of those, you know.
Direct and star again?
Well, yeah, sure. No.
Yeah, sure, of course.
I like to just act. Acting is more fun. You know, but directing is, you're the boss, I guess, and all the things. It's just a lot of headache, a lot of work.
I've heard from an editor who directed one of his first films, and he edited as well, and he said that it was a great thing to experience, but it was a worse thing because he was the only one to blame for not getting shots. So when he went to the editing room, he was like, I only have myself to blame.
Nobody to yell at.
I'll tell you, I'll never do what I did with Paranormal, is act and direct. That to me was tough. Unless you have like 100 assistants helping you out, it's too much on your brain. Yeah, it fried my brain completely.
Like it takes you out of the ability to act the roles you want to act?
Yeah, there's so much to think about when you're shooting a movie or when you're directing a film, that there's so much minutia that you just like, okay, now I got to forget all that and just be this character.
Oh, geez.
And your brain just goes.
Yeah, it sounds like you'd just be wiped.
Oh, you're wiped.
And how long did it take you to shoot Paranormal?
Oh, only like a couple of weeks, like maybe 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it was one camera, right? Then you had multiple ones. That's right.
We had multiple ones, but it was intense at 3 weeks, you know. So by the end of it all, I was pretty exhausted.
Vacation time.
Oh yeah. But it was fun. We had a good time.
So there's one more thing. You also have Farley Brothers Radio.
Farley Brothers Radio. Right? It's a podcast I do with Johnny, my little brother. It's on the All Things Comedy Network with Bill Burr and Al Madrigal, and great. We have a good time. You can check that out. It's just Johnny and I kind of shooting the shit. You know, but we're really fun. We've been on there for a long time. So
is it also on iTunes?
Yeah, you can see it on iTunes, or hear it on iTunes. Yeah.
You know what else you can get on iTunes is this episode, guys. You can download this episode for free.
That's right.
That was my little tie-in, but
well done, Roya.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Have anything else you want to ask?
No, this was fantastic. It was. You know what? You brought some really good perspectives that I think I'll watch next week's episode.
Sure.
From a different angle, or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'll watch it from a different angle. Some of the sketches. You know what I mean? Like I think maybe our shows will get better. So thank you for future shows from us. And if you want to come back, you're welcome anytime.
I'd love to come back.
I love this perspective. This is great.
You can bring your brother too.
Well, good. We'll bring John.
Farley Brothers going. You know.
Yeah.
So where can we find you on Twitter?
Oh, it's I'm Kevin Farley. I am, not I am. I'm Kevin Farley at Twitter or whatever.
Sweet.
And my Facebook is Kevin Farley.
Oh, sweet.
Easy enough. And you run Chris's as well, right?
I run Chris's, yeah. So
little known fact for you guys, if you want to check out Chris's
I run Chris
Facebook.
Farley's Facebook page. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And we're working on a documentary about Chris.
Oh, sweet.
That'll be out next year.
Really?
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm working on a documentary.
That's a great tease. I
You're
love
like, I'm
that.
doing it.
I'm doing it. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. That's really cool. Danny Hoyt, it's so good to be back with you guys. I love AfterBuzz, and I love that you guys respond and talk to us. You can follow me at Danny Hoyt, DANNYHOYT, on everything.
On everything, life.
Including my website.
All right.
Yeah. And you can find me at Hey Roya, that's HEYROYA, on Twitter and Instagram. I gotta warn you, on Instagram, I kind of just take pictures of my cat and just random stuff. So I am one of those people. But mine plays fetch, so she's pretty awesome. Just saying.
I strongly dislike cats.
Thanks again, guys. Thank you, Kevin, so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Okay, so after the music plays here, we're going to...
producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.